you So good evening everyone. Audible അല്ലേ? Audio പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ലല്ലോ? ഓക്കെ, സോ വെൽക്കം ബാക്ക് ടു അനദർ സെഷൻ. ഇന്നത്തെ ദിവസം നമ്മൾ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ഒരു ചെറിയ കരിയർ ഗൈഡൻസ് റെസ്യൂമെ ക്ലിനിക് ഒക്കെ പോലെ നിങ്ങളിൽ റെസ്യൂമെ ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അയച്ചു തരാം, അത് റിവ്യൂ ചെയ്തിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു തരുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സീറോ ടു ഹീറോയിൽ എങ്ങനെ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തുമാത്രം എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാം. അതിൽ നിങ്ങൾ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും സ്റ്റക്ക് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എവിടെയെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും കൺഫ്യൂഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. നമുക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന പോലെ ഞങ്ങൾ അതിന് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും അഡീഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യാം. സോ നമുക്ക് ഓരോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആയിട്ട് എടുത്തു തുടങ്ങാം അല്ലേ? സോ ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ കൂട്ടത്തില് രണ്ട് ഗസ്റ്റ് കൂടി ഉണ്ട്. ഒന്ന് അനുഗ്രഹ് SR, രണ്ട് അഭിരാം ബ്രോ ആണ് ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എത്തിക്കൽ ഹാക്കിങ്ങിന്റെ ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ സെഷൻ ഒക്കെ എടുത്തത്. അനുഗ്രഹ് ബ്രോ നമ്മുടെ ഇനിറ്റ്ക്രൂവിലെ ഒരു മെമ്പറാണ്, വൺ ഓഫ് ദ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് ടൈം തൊട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മെമ്പർ കൂടിയാണ് അനുഗ്രഹ് ബ്രോ. അദ്ദേഹം ഒരു ബയോളജി ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ നിന്ന് ഇപ്പോൾ സൈബർ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഫീൽഡിലോട്ട് വന്ന് ഒരു സാധാരണ ഒരാളെക്കാട്ടിലും കൂടുതലായിട്ട് ഒരുപാട് അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ്സ് ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള ഒരു ആളാണ്. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കാനായിട്ടൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നേരിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഞാൻ ഓൾറെഡി കണ്ടു. സോ ഇതിൽ MC ഉണ്ടോ ബ്രോ? ഈ മീറ്റിങ്ങിന് MC ഉണ്ടോ? ഞങ്ങൾ തന്നെ ഓക്കെ. തുടങ്ങി. ഒന്നുകൂടെ ചോദിക്കുക. ഫസ്റ്റ് എന്താ ബെസ്റ്റ് ഓക്കെ. ടൂൾസ് ആണോ ചോദിക്കുന്നത് അതോ ഓക്കെ, അഭിരാം ബ്രോ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടോ? അഭിരാം ബ്രോനോട് ചോദിച്ചു നോക്കാം. അഭിരാം ബ്രോ, അഭിരാം കേറിയില്ലാന്ന് തോന്നുന്നല്ലേ?
ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഞാൻ ഓടിയുള്ളതാണോ?
ഓടിവിള.
ഓക്കെ, ഹായ് എവരിവൺ, എൻ്റെ പേര് അനുഗ്രഹ്. അപ്പോൾ സെഷൻ നമ്മൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എടുക്കണോ അല്ലെ മലയാളത്തിൽ എടുക്കണം? എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഒരു കമൻറ്റ് ഞാൻ കണ്ടു ഇതിൽ. ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പം വന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എന്തിനു കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. നമ്മളോട് ഇപ്പം ചോദിച്ചത് എന്താണ്, എൻക്രിപ്ഷൻ എങ്ങനെ ഡിറ്റക്ട് ഇത് എൻകോഡിംഗ് ആണെങ്കിലും എങ്ങനെ ഡിറ്റക്ട് ചെയ്യാന്നല്ല ചോദിച്ചത്. സോ ബേസിക്കലി അതിന് കുറേ ലൈക്ക് ഓട്ടോമേറ്റഡ് മെത്തേഡ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, വേർ ലൈക്ക് യു പുട്ട് യുവർ ലൈക്ക് എൻക്രിപ്റ്റഡ് ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ഓർ വിത്ത് decoded text, it will like automatically identify and like give the clear text of it. And the best way I do, like if you're familiar with CyberChef, I can drop the link. I think like most of you will be like familiar with it. CyberChef. So if you have this like auto bake feature, so you put it there, and if you want, I can share my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Just like
yes, it's visible.
Okay. So you can note this site down. It's like popularly known as like CyberChef, and it like widely used by like people who do CTF and like all those things. So you can see like all the operations here, like to base 64 from 64 hex temp. Like we have like a lot of functionalities and like conversion here. So the one major thing what it does, like suppose I think like let's say so I drag and drop. So this is like the base 64 of like hacked. Let me make it like some flat kind of stuff. So suppose uh, this is your like uh, what say the CTF guys gave you this. So if you put it here, you can see an option here, right? Like auto bake is on, and you click on this bake, or you can see it's like already detected base 64. If you click on this, like it will like automatically does it this, and like you will get the output. You know, it's like from basic 64, and like there are like variety of other things you can try like hashing, etc. So this is one thing. Then the other thing is like constantly if you are like someone who plays CTFs, you will be like at a position like when you see the like initial part of the encoded or like encrypted thing or like the overall structure, you will be able to identify. uh, Suppose like there are things called right. Okay, so like one of the main thing like that comes like main time like all the time is like brain for so okay, this is like a I don't know. So it will look like something like this. Like this is what you get in the CTF. So once you see something like this, you like automatically get to that point. Like you will know like this particular uh, way it is like encrypted or like this way. So I think like I answered your question. Then there are like new AI like automated methods. Like I think like some they've like found some one. Let me check. I don't remember. If I remember, he had one like a Python script or something like which like if you give it, it will identify the. It does the like like okay crack hashes, decode. So there are like multiple ways. Like if you can give the hash, it will identify the password. Then decodify is something else where you give the thing, it will identify automatically. It identifies it's like made from base 64, then it was then converted to hex, then it was again converted to base 64. So this is one tool you can check also. I would like prefer like CyberChef like mainly.
Yeah, in addition to what Anurag said, I would also like to mention about the magic option in CyberChef. If you drag and drop, if you don't know which encryption it is used there, you can just drag and drop and it will automatically detect that also. Yes, please. Okay, who should answer that? Open for anyone. Okay. So I'll start and then Anugrah will add his points. So for different people, there is not a strict way. There is not a syllabus where you can follow and you become a pro hunter or a pro CTF player. For different people, I have yesterday also I have been to a conference and I have met so many people. This question I asked to many people, so they all mentioned different ways. Some people started learning about networks, some people started learning about something else, and some people got uh, crazy seeing the other people's achievement and then they learned from them. Some people did self study, some people got mentors, some people did trainings from institutes, and it's gonna be different for different people. So we cannot mention like a strict way or a particular method to follow, but some general things which I found was they had basic knowledge about Linux, they had basic knowledge about encryption thing, and they tried playing. They did not give up after their first game or something, or they did not get demotivated after getting a duplicate for a report or something. They constantly tried doing it again and again, and eventually they all became better at it. So consistency is the key there. So if you want to start, I don't know whether it was recorded or not. The previous day we had a session on getting started. So if you have missed that, I'll mention again what all things were some free resources. You can start in TryHackMe. If you're interested in web related bug bounty things, you can go to portsugar.com. I'll share the links if possible now. And then if you are interested in API, there is a website called API University or something. And I also forgot to mention about the CTF time. That is where you can find CTF competitions going around the world. It might be online, so you can participate from anywhere in the world.
I
Anugrah
think
is the perfect person to answer that question.
I think I will take this question. So when I mentioned my brief introduction, my education background is basically like I have a master's degree in like biological science. I graduated from ISA Bhopal. This is like 5 year course having like a BSc and MSc like integrated. So after my graduation, I shifted my stream. Like I was like someone who actually planned on going to be a scientist or like doing PhD abroad or like somewhere. So that's the history about me. So during the COVID time, I had a like little bit information about like the cybersecurity, this field, and I was intrigued by this field. So I took up that like COVID time, and I did all my studies. Like I did like learn everything by myself. Of course, I had like a big chunk of like people who supported me, and they were like mentor kind of figures. Like even though they were not mentor to me, like I considered them as a mentor or like model figure. So and the initial days, like I did one challenge, like 100 days of hacking, bug bounty, self improvement, whatever you can call it. Uh, so that's how I started. Like each day, like what I did, like I read uh, uh, 2 3 blog articles. You can find it on Medium, InfoSec write-ups. Then there are like a lot of YouTube videos. Uh, then I was a consistent like what's it like a user in like Twitter, like all the info said people hang around in Twitter whenever whatever happens, it will be like readily active there. Like you will get the information there. Once a new exploit comes in, like you will know in Twitter. So once a guy like finds something new and he wanted to share, it will be available in the Twitter. And if you have some doubt, you can directly tag someone, the master or like whoever is the big in that field. You can tag them and you can ask your question. You can DM them, and if you know something you can put it there. If you are a creator or a curator or whatever, you can do it there, and by that your like network grows. So I did the same. I did for like 100 plus days. I did the challenge of 100 days and it was really good for me. After that I got my first internship in Secure 7. That also was not something like I planned for, because like I already told you, like I was like someone planning to do PhD. So during this time, I was like consistently hardworking or like learning in TryHackMe, like one of the platforms Arnold just mentioned. So I was working, like I was doing these challenges or doing CTF or like this kind of rooms or box, whatever it is. I was doing that for like consistently for a like long time. So I saw this company was hiring, and their like criteria was like, we are not looking at your certification, we are not looking at your experience, we are not looking at like which degree hold. We are like you just play the CTF. If you pass, you will get the job here. So that was something like I like what say. It was something like intrigued me, and I got interested. And I thought like I was spending like much of my time here, so let me like took this as a challenge, and I did that challenge. So I did their CTF. It was a beginner to like a intermediate to advanced level thing. Like I was able to crack like I think like around 90% of the CTF, and I wrote a like beautiful report and gave it to them. So and that's how I started. So then I got my first internship there. Then I learned a lot of things there. Like by 3 months, I leveraged my same this network. Like you can build on like LinkedIn or like Twitter, wherever. Connected with a lot of like-minded people who are really interested in the cybersecurity field. Like people who have been working for a long time, or like beginners. Help each other, share with them like what you're finding, and you are like be someone who is in this field. And by that doing this thing, by the third month of my internship, I got a DM from one of my like ex colleague in Twitter asking like we have an opportunity and like I would like to refer you. So that's how I got into my first job at like UST Global, and after that changed to another company with the SecOps group. So that also was like any there was no other like what say tedious process of like interview, like do you have the certification, etc. It was only like 30 minutes of call. Like we just went like the founder sent me a message on LinkedIn, and like we chatted for like 30 minutes or something. And I don't know like what potential he saw. Like I like then he told me to like we can join the company. So the thing I wanted to say, like I wanted you to take from this, like if you have like genuine interest to this field, uh, make connections. There are like a lot of people who are willing to help you. I consider one of one among them as me and like Arnold or Abiram or like anyone from our community, or like there are like a lot of people who you can get from like what say in LinkedIn and like Twitter or like in WhatsApp groups like this, like the communities which we are part of. Then you can find few from like Instagram, etc. So get in touch with them, and if they are like so good in this field, they will be able to guide you. They will show you the path. Then at one time you will be able to show them the path. So basic thing is like you need to make your skill set core. If you're someone looking to get into VAPT, learn like how a web application goes, how to test web application, what are the checklists, like what are the OAS top 10 or like whatever that thing. Then know how to test like APIs. Then learn how to test like mobile applications. Then like if you are more interested into cloud, you can learn that. Then there are new field like Web3, where like you can check be a Web3 auditor, be a security part of the Web3 infrastructure. So you can do all these things. Anything that is limiting is you is like simply you. So
Yes, thank you. So I think the answer is clear now. If you have a follow-up question, Guru Prasad, you can ask now. Did you have any? Guru Prasad, are you here? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for answering the question. Yeah. Okay. So the next question is asked by Mr. Arun. He's asked, my dream company is Google. Is there any open roles in cybersecurity in Google? How to land there after my BTech course? So that's his question. I think it's clear.
That's an interesting question. Google might be the first company that comes to your mind when you hear a big billion-dollar company, but there are different perspective on getting your first job in a big billion-dollar company or getting a first job into a startup. Uh, I'm not saying Google doesn't have a very good security team. If you want to know about the security team of Google, if you go to YouTube, there is a 4 episode series on Google hacking. They are mentioning about incident which occurred in Google when they got hacked in 2002 or something, which they documented, and it's very inspiring to watch. And they have a awesome team where they're experts in security and all those things. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you might not get direct job into Google, or there are chances that you will get direct job in Google, but your goal should not be one company. Your goal should be on improving yourself.
Okay. So I think it's clear. Thank you. Now the next is a fun question. Not that one. He's asking: is it possible to hack anyone with just clicking a link without downloading anything in background? Is it possible?
Yeah, hacking just does not happen with the click of a button. That's a simple answer for that. But it might be because of the movies which people watch, or because of the reels that we see. People often think hacking is the simplest thing that you can do in the world, and securing is very difficult. Actually, it's in the other way. Securing is very easy, and hacking is very difficult. Finding the flaws are not a fun thing to do. It's a very boring thing to do. Sometimes finding a bug can take you up to 6 months or might be your entire lifetime also sometimes. So clicking a link can lead to an attack, but just by clicking a link, I don't know, depends upon the situation also. Just like a general answer, I can say it as a no.
I would like to weigh in. So,
Yes, please.
yeah. So I have a like different idea here. So when you say like if you click on a link, like what the first thing come to your mind, like it will take you to a like malicious website. So there anything can happen. It can like give you a pop up like XSS box or something comes up like ask you for to put your username, password, those kind of things. Like social engineering stuff can happen. Then like the JavaScript way, which I don't. Then if you remember, there is one like world was going crazy. Like if you remember, like NSA, the Israeli company, they released one software called Pegasus. So what it does, it's a like surveillance software, like spyware, which was given to the law enforcement agencies and like governments, etc., to surveillance there, like what say the politicians or the influential people or the media peoples and etc. So if you're someone like who remember that like particular Pegasus thing, or like Supreme Court was also like checking on it. So the thing I wanted to say, the Pegasus like worked on like simple clicking on a like SMS or like one link. So that was like one vulnerability in Apple, and iOS or something. So it was leveraged by that particular thing, like one click thing. Like so, there are like vulnerabilities or like exploits which can leverage this like zero click, one click methods to hack someone. But these are most probably will be like a 0 day or like something like a state sponsored thing. Like only the big players know about this thing, like the government agencies or like the big what says a CIA or like a Pentagon or like a RO, like those kind of like big agencies or like big teams. They might have know this, like or someone find this, like they will sell it to. There are like platforms where you can sell your 0 day and get like a lot of money. So there are possibilities that by just clicking a link you can get hacked. So and you being a target depends upon like how much important you are a person in this world, like if you see the entire spectrum of it. So that's my idea.
Yes. Okay. So that's clear. So the next question is, if I discover a security issue in a government website, what would be the appropriate channel or method to report it? Are there any specific guidelines or processes that should be followed? I think, is it clear? Hello?
Yeah. Anigre bro, do you want to comment on that?
Yes.
Like bug bound.
Yeah.
There are people who say if you want to find a bug easily, you can go on hunt on a government websites because they are not that secure.
Yeah.
Um,
Most of
but
websites are not secure actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but it's very rare that people get response and they fix it. But there are there are occasions where people got recognized on finding bugs on government websites also. I'm not quite sure which is the actual platform where you should be sending your POC or something. And I think it depends upon the ministry or the departments. Obviously, you won't be able to if you find a bug on a transportation ministry's website. You cannot send it to somebody else. Yeah, Anigrah has shared a link right now.
Yeah, I already know this link, but can I ask one more question? There is a called certain no, as a computer emergency response team. Is it actually a government organization or a third party one? Means like a private one?
I believe it's a government owned or
Okay, yeah.
under the NIC itself,
Okay.
NIC does this things, I guess. So, so, so if you find some vulnerabilities in the government website, this is the website where you should report, National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center. So NCIIPC government. So here you can find this thing host vulnerability disclosure form. You can put your name details, everything here, then send them to this
Yeah.
particular email address. So this is the a technical way of reporting to the Indian government, and they will fix the issues, and they will acknowledge you in the mail. And if you are someone who reported many vulnerabilities, you get a chance, your name will be in their newsletter or something, they have some
Okay,
magazine
let
kind of
me
stuff.
ask one more. Then, so can you? What is the difference between this NCIA, PC, and CERTIN? There is two organizations that I know. So, is there a difference between them? Like,
That I don't know exactly what's the differentiation.
yeah,
Most of the if you check companies organizations from the Netherlands, they have their CERT doing this thing.
yes,
Most of the other countries the CERT is the
yeah,
one
CERTIN, yeah,
responsible for doing the vulnerability disclosure and getting this fixed and acknowledging those kind of things. But in India, there are NIC NIC certain things, but this is one body specially made for this, I believe.
okay,
So most of the people report issues here
yeah.
in the context of India.
Okay, got it. So it's clear. Now we can move to the next question. He asked, what are the key qualities or skills that an organization look for when hiring cybersecurity professionals? I mean, what skills we needed to improve while applying to a job in
Uh,
cybersecurity?
One thing is you should be someone who is adaptive and someone who have the tendency to learn more, someone who can think out of the box. I know these are you feel kind of throwing jargons, this is something actually happens. So when my interview was happening, this is the thing he told me, my founder told me, you should be hungry to learn more. So Steve Jobs or someone said be hungry, be hungry. So that's what something he told me, you should be hungry to learn more. What this field requires is this is ever going every day, there is no attack or no exploit or new things are coming. So you can't be complacent or you get into a comfort zone. You should be always in a way of self improving, learning new things, and someone who can think out of box, those kind of things. So these are the things required. Then if you see in the hiring context, they will obviously check your activities, are you someone who is willing to share something to the world, do you own a blog, do you write technical blogs, do you have any hall of fames, because hall of fames are the way if you are doing some bug bounty or they vulnerability disclosure, if you put it into your resume, it's the way showcasing that you know the stuff you are saying. I am applying for a VAPT job or a pen tester job. This is one way I can show I have done this particular process for a company, and I found this vulnerability. I have reported to them. They acknowledge me. So this is kind of what say this is your own achievement. So these things are also noted. Then obviously there is a area of certification, if you have any certification or not. Then if you are some CTF player, what all ranks you have, what all CTF you are attended. Then if you are someone part of a community, you can also add that. And most of the community have their own conference. Now Arnold is coming from one conference which happened yesterday, besides Bangalore. So this kind of conference, security conference, happens in different areas of the world, especially in India and Kerala also. So few of are OAS Kerala, and then YASCON is coming. COCON is something organized by the Indian government, and Nalcon Goa is there. Then Seaside is there. So if you are someone going to this conference, and if you are volunteering, these all things you can put in your resume. And these all showcase you are someone from this uh, field, and they can take you up rather than someone who have a just a degree, who is graduating from a college. These are all living proof. Yeah, you have done something. You have something to showcase.
Yeah, in addition to what Anugrah said, I would like to emphasize on the point getting certifications and participating in CTF and participating in bug bounty hunting will put you in a front row when you apply for a job where hundreds of people have already applied. So the best thing to do is to go for bug hunting, and if you found some bugs, it is very good. And if it is if you get a CV for that, definitely you'll be in front rows. I have been applying for so many jobs, and um, I have I have noted that people those who have CVs in their profile, or people those who have done bug bounty huntings or CTF, get a priority during the interview process and all those things. The
Yes.
certifications definitely will get you clear the HR rounds, but when you're going further more after the first round, your actual experience will count.
Okay. So let me ask one other question. There are many certification like OSCP, CEH, CS, CNA, etc. So which one I should need to take to land a better job in cybersecurity?
I think that will be debatable topic.
Yes.
Anugrah bro, would you like to start
Uh,
on that?
which all certification you are saying?
OSCP,
OSCP.
CCNA, CEH, and like so many certifications are there. So here in meeting, so many are beginners. So you can explain each certifications if we have it.
Uh, one thing is like all these certification which you name, they are like goes to like heavily like the minimum certification charge like charge which having right now is like $300 or $400. Then if you go for like OICP, it's around like 1K some dollar. So if you convert to like Indian money, like you will know like how much money is that. So I would say like if you are someone beginner, don't go for certifications. Take these like these the route which like we mentioned earlier. Uh, Go for like CTF, be volunteer or something. Make networks like gather people around you, or like connect with like lot of people. So these whole things can like negate this like OCP or like certification things. And if you are someone like who wants job like easily in a way like I'm saying easily, uh, and you have like lot of money like your pocket money or like your family or someone is like giving you like you have money, I would say like take COSCP, like it's like a pretty much like a highly valued certificate, even though like it doesn't like maybe like it doesn't like serve your purpose in your job role, but like it's a certification that's like seen like as a holy figure in the community. And so OCP is one thing. Then CH is also something the recruiters take like in a very good way. I would suggest like in during May or March something, CH announces this like scholarship. You will get the certification around like $100 or $70 something. That's the cheapest CH practical. That's the cheapest certification you will get during that time. And CCNA, I think like it's like more of a like network engineer role kind of thing. Like most people in the security area won't like regard much to that. And there are like other certifications. There are like certification by uh, Elon Security. They have like lot of certification. I would suggest like even EJPT is one good certification. If you want someone like someone want to start, then I'm from a like company like who are like doing certification. So we drop like free certification here and there. So I will try to get like couple of coupons for you guys also. Let me check with my founder. So you might get like some certification. So like we have one for application security, network security, then two practical kind of exam, and like and like we are going to like do exams on like uh, these black hat also. So think it as a like promo still like it's a like valuable certificate. That's what I wanted to say. Then there are like a pen tester lab and hack the box. Even you try hack me, like if you do some box, you will get some certification kind of things. All of these things matter, like your rank on all those things matter. So just like accumulate all those things and show them like you are someone from this field and you know all these things. And even if you don't want to take certification, like the best thing I would suggest like write blogs. Like if you're learning like Android security, just write blogs on this blogs on that particular thing and share it on like LinkedIn or like Twitter, whatever the place. And you will see like people, the recruiters like coming to you and asking like, do you want a job? So so this is like hacks that you can use.
Yes. Okay.
Can I add a few
Yeah.
more points with that?
Yeah. Yeah. I can.
Yeah, so I have asked this question to many people. So, when you come to certifications, there are practical level exam certifications and there are theory based certifications also. If you go for CH, it also has two versions. One is practical and the other one is theory based. So when you do both, you get a certificate, another certificate called as CH Master. So those things will cost you around like 30,000 to 50,000, depends upon the training institute where you're going and depends upon the time you're going. These are not Indian based companies, so you have to pay them in dollars. And like Anugrah bro said, the OICP, you have to pay thousands of dollars. So what people actually does in case if they want a certification is that they go for a cheaper versions like EJPT, CompTIA Network Plus or CompTIA Security Plus certifications. Or the best thing is they do bug bounty hunting and they get their first job, and then from the company they try to get a reimbursement for the certification so that the company will pay for your examination. There are people who follow that kind of strategy also. The certificate will be on your name, but the company will pay for you.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
yeah,
I would want to like say the same thing. So when you get into your first job, like the company will like put like, will give you like lots of resources. Like they will ask you to do this certification because when a client come to them and they want their testers to be like the greatest, like they should be like a trust certified or YCP certified, CH certificate. They should be having some kind of this thing. So they will give you money and like ask you to write these exams. So you can get these exams done with the money of the company, not from your pocket. So you should like definitely like take use of that.
Yeah, as a student, our goal should be just to focus on improving our skills. That's it, man.
yes. So and also is the certification have expiry dates like when expiring in
Few certificates have expiry date because they release different versions after a few years, and then the topics or the syllabus gets outdated. So I have completed CH version 10. Right now it is version 12, I guess. So instead of investing 40,000 again, what I did was I did another certification called as EJPT. And also, we have Onam and Christmas in Kerala and India, right? As I mentioned, these companies are foreign companies or based in abroad. So they have so many offers coming during Black Fridays or related time like Christmas and all. So if you purchase at that time, they might be having like a 50% off or something like that. So if you wait for some time and if you purchase it at the right time, you can get these certificates cheaper also.
yes, okay. So that's clear. So can I ask one question? What are the different jobs that we do in a cybersecurity company? What we exactly do there, or what is our job actually there? Is it related to a real hacking or anything other? Yeah.
It
So
cannot be said as a
yeah,
general answer. Like
uh,
depends upon the
can you give
company
some
and the
examples of
position.
some jobs that we do in cybersecurity companies? Because if we are in a developing company, we will be making websites and also making softwares, etc. But when we are in a cybersecurity company, what will be exactly we are doing there? That's a question.
Uh, okay. So I work as a cybersecurity consultant, and what's my typical like a day to day or like a weekly chart look like is like we get projects. It should like it would be either like a client of our company or like if our company do subcontracting, we will get clients from like US, UK, whatever. So what's the initial process? Like once you get a client, you will have a call with them, and they will show you like if it's suppose like they give you to check they give you to check the Gmail itself. So they will show you around like what all functionalities are there in the Gmail, like what are the things they are expecting you to test more, what are area they want you to check more, like they want to secure like their customers' privacy, those kind of things. So this is like a call we say like kickoff call. So we will be there. We will discussing about this, like what all scope is there, like what all website or domains or like network or the mobile application we are testing, and we will get a time duration from this particular time you will be testing, and how many days of reporting we will be having. So once that's done, from the next day onwards, like if that's the testing day, our focus will be like pen testing on that. As someone who do like penetration testing, my job will be like in the first I will be sending out a mail to them saying like we are starting our testing on your website, and if we find something critical or like something, we will inform you. Then we will do the real hacking stuff. It might be like borrowing from like CTF, because in CTF like there are like intentionally vulnerable. You will get that bugs or like things easily. Or like if you are someone who like constantly do these labs, you know that like issues are there. But in case of real in real world testing, you have to test this like end to end. You have to cover everything. You can't like go here and there. You have to follow a methodology. So first you should like follow these automated scanners using like measures or what, like other like nmap, those kind of scanners, then content discovery. So you technically follow that like hackers path, like you do the recon, then you do like content discovery or like enumeration, scanning, those kind of phase you have to complete. Then in the middle of like testing, like you check for like for each functionalities and like all the vulnerabilities on the like OWASP top 10, SQL, XSS, all those things. Then at the end of the day, I will need to send a mail to the client saying like these all things I have tested and what all things I have found during that day. And if there was any roadblocks, like suppose the website was not working, I should like detail that in that mail and send it to them. So this happens like till the duration of the testing. Then we will have like two days or 3 days of reporting. During that day, like we will write a like, comprehensive report outlining everything. Then we will send it to the QA team. They will like correct all the mistakes. Then we will send it to the client. They have the time. They have to go to the report. Then there will be a call called debrief call. So you go to that call and you will have the report and you will be explaining them like each of the issues you have found and like what was good thing about their like security or application are there, and what was the bad thing or the critical issues you found, those kind of things. So that's a like typical day of like testing how I work. And other than that, like we get time to like do this kind of competitions, certification, or like what say webinars, etc. So it's how you utilize your time and like keep learning.
So, just a question, Anugrah. Can you also give some insights about the blue teaming, like the SOC team, GRC also? I understood that you work in the different side, but in the defensive side also.
Uh, Actually, like I don't know much about like the defense
Okay.
side or the SOC. But the thing I know, like there are like different roles. Like it's not just like what I do, like BAPT or offensive side stuff. There are like so there are like the blue teamers. Then there is a combination of blue team and red team. Like the blue team means like the people who defend, and the red team means like people who are like attacking the offensive side. So there is a mix of both this team. Like it's called purple team. The people who can do both of that. And there are like threat hunters who will identify if your data is breached and like someone is selling in dark web. So that's the time when you get to know in these news articles like HDFC Bank or like this bank, their data is leaked and like it's like it is like sold in the dark web. So these are the people like the threat hunters are the people who identify these kind of things and like take it to the limelight. Then the other thing is like incident responders. So when a company or an application or like whatever organization get hacked, there are people who are the first like first defense kind of thing. Like suppose like a factory or someone something get like uh, they get in a place like there are like fire or something. So the first people coming there will be like fire force people, right? Like they will be isolating the fire from the other, like not getting to the other building or those kind of stuff. So the same thing happens here. Once your like system is compromised or hacked, uh, they will like try to control that, put it in the containment zone, and like it will be like disconnected from the other network. So these kind of work are done by them. And there are like multiple roles like this. Like there is like one role called like red teamers. What they do, only the company head will be know like we are doing this engagement, pen testing or whatever. So no other like people in the company will be like knowing about this. So these red teamers, they will like sneak into your company. They will be like coming through your doors, or like they will clone your ID card, or they will like block pick. They act as a like what's a criminal kind of way, like an advisory way, and they will get into your like organization, and they check your like physical security, your network security, everything, as a like a real attacker do. If you compare to the job I am doing, like VAPT or pen tester, like the people already know like they are doing the testing, so we can be as much loud as we can, like we can run all the scanners we have, those things. So they will know about this. When a red teamer does this, like they will be like really discreet. Like no one will be able to identify like these people are doing something until like the report comes in. Like you have all these issues are in your company.
Okay, got it. There is one more question related to CTF. Is it possible to play CTF in Windows? If yes, can you suggest some alternatives commands which we use in Linux like exif tools, techhead, etc. And also the same command is the same command can be used in Windows also. I think you got the question. Hello.
Yeah, so you're asking instead of using Linux or
Linux system
Linux as
can
an
be used in
operating
Windows.
system, can we use Windows as the
Yes.
primary operating system
Yes.
for
Yes.
playing CTF?
Yes. Right.
Okay, so when from my experience, I'll tell you, I prefer Linux more than Windows, but there are some places where you can use Windows also, like when you're doing Wireshark or when you're doing packet analysis, you can use Windows. Basically, I use a Mac, so I'm not very familiar with Windows, but like previously, I was owning a Windows based laptop, so I used to use only very few on Windows. I prefer Linux more than that. Anugrah bro, do you have any?
It depends. Like I would suggest using like Linux or Ubuntu, Kali, whatever, like Parrot OS. But there are like situation like you will be like forced to use Windows. Like if you're someone working in a corporate or whatever, you will be it will be like your main tools will be like your work suite that can be run on any like platforms, and then you'll be able to you will be asked to do it in the Windows box. So if you want to do it in Windows, there are like ways like in your CMD like command, you can do this. Then if you are familiar with what was the name, uh, WSL, you can put the WSL in your system. It will comes with like different like Linux flavor like whatever. You will like ultimately get the bash in your Windows. So I would suggest like using WSL in Windows if you want Bash. Then you can run all these tools. Like most of them are like a Python or Go written and all those things. So those can be run in Windows itself. Uh, I have been using like Windows for a while, like in my testing. When like we are like forced to use like VPN when we are testing. So uh, most of our things are like in the Windows itself. Like so, I can't switch to my Linux box. So I run this like directory search, all those tools in the Windows itself in the command line. Then I use like WSL also.
Okay. So there was one more question. What are zero-day vulnerabilities? And there are some cases that a player found zero-day while playing a CTF. Is this true?
Can you repeat?
What are zero-day vulnerabilities? And there are some cases that a player found a zero-day vulnerability while playing a CTF. Is this true? Okay.
So I'll give you a answer on what is 0 days. So if a vulnerability is not known to the public, so basically you know where the vulnerability database is there, no? We call it as so when a vulnerability is public, so it's sorry I'll tell you again. So it got the name 0 day because that is the 0th day the vulnerability is known to the public. So earlier people were not aware about the vulnerability, so we all use vulnerabilities and exploit already found by other people. So if you are the first guy to find it, and if the world doesn't know about a vulnerability for a particular version, then that is called as a 0 day. And I think there are occasions where people have found 0 days, but I'm not particularly sure about a vulnerability which is a 0 day found during a CTF.
Okay. So our questions are over. Is someone is ready to ask questions now? You can ask now. And also, no, I have one more question. This is when after the first session itself, I got so many means the same question asked by so many people after the first session. Is there how to join Initcrew? How can I join Initcrew? That question is very common after our first session itself. So is there any answer to it?
Uh, we have a like WhatsApp group which is like currently active, and like we are almost around like 300 people, and we have like currently post the what say incoming session like because like we are like only taking the train there people who are like really interested in the field. That doesn't mean like I am not giving you the link. The thing I wanted to say is like we will be like providing you a WhatsApp group link in the group which we have right now, and we are like planning to start some kind of like academia kind of stuff like where we will keep like regular session kind of this way like where people can learn from this where like experience or like the people who want to share their knowledge in this field, they can like share their experience. You can talk to the experts, they can help you with your resume, how to get started, help you test, or like you can do CTF together, those kind of things. We are planning on that, so most probably like you will get a link for something in your group. If everyone is still there, like we will be providing the link soon. Like these all are in talks.
Okay. Also, can you suggest some conferences which we can, which as a beginner we can attend? Means there are so many conferences, but it needs to have a lot of money to attend it, like 2,000 or 3,000. So, is it beneficial to beginners to attend such conferences? And can you give some examples of conferences the beginners can attend?
So
Okay.
there is a conference coming which will be happening in Goa. It is free. It's called Seasides Goa. The conference is free, but when you're traveling from Kerala to Goa, then you have to take care of the accommodation, food, and all. So you need to have a little bit of pocket money, like 3K, 4K, something you have to invest. And if you're a student, when you go for other conferences, also you get student passes, which will be way cheaper than the normal passes. And in Kerala also we have Cocoon, which is going to happen in October, I guess. I'm not sure. Please go to the official website and find the right dates of that. And then Nalcon is coming, Cocoon is coming, Seasides is coming, besides Ahmedabad is coming, besides Delhi is coming. And then in Kerala also there might be not only conferences, there might be meetups also happening. In Bangalore we have null meetups which happens every month where like professionals come together. If you're in Bangalore, you can come for the next null meetup. I think it's on 24th. You can follow them on Twitter to get the correct update. It will be free and it will be open for anyone. Anybody can participate. There is nothing like students cannot participate in conferences or meetups. Like everybody is welcome. It's just like a place where people exchange their knowledge, make connections.
Yes. There is one more question. Can we recover a memory card which it is corrupted like that? It is possible to recover a memory card. Means if it is corrupted or it has been the data is gone, then can we able to recover it to the backstage? Yes.
And agree, bro.
Uh, I don't know. There
Yeah.
might be chances like there are like people who do like data recovery, forensic, those kind of things. They might know about this, and as of now, like I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like similar to the question like can you hack our
Can hack my
Yes.
girlfriend's account? It's like an Instagram account. That's like I feel it's like a similar kind of question.
Also, there's one more question.
like
Is
people often mistake you for a like a
yeah.
IT technician when you say you work in security field. They believe that you can do anything.
Also, one more
We are
question.
not superheroes.
What
Like
are your comments about artificial intelligence and ChatGPT? And is it vulnerable, or is there any job opportunities coming in the field of cybersecurity regarding ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, vulnerabilities in artificial intelligence like that?
So if you talk about ChatGPT, recently ChatGPT had a the researcher named Nagli, if I'm like butchered his name, is from like Israel. So he have found a critical vulnerability in like ChatGPT where the chat history and like the users details everything was like disclosed. So there are like vulnerabilities even if it's a LLM like a large language model, there are like new kind of attack vectors like related to that comes up. There is no uh, a new area named like prompt hacking is there, where you you hack your prompt. Prompt are the like simple commands you put in your like chat GPT or like mid journey, like all those like AI software. So tools. So you can put this like maliciously crafted these prompt hacking things there, and it can give you the things like which was like not supposed to give you and another person's details or another person's what they give the tokens or like the system's information. Then you can command on the system going through like website which are not uh, go those kind of things like bypassing its own restrictions, etc. So when a new technology comes in, like there are like security aspects of that also. Privacy, data privacy, security, everything else will be like a big topic. Even if you say like AI is coming or crypto, like all those things are coming. When you check like previously everyone else was talking about web3, then suddenly there was a boom for like web3 hackers. There were like web3 security hackers. There were like security like web3 auditors, blockchain auditors. So as technology evolves, might the legacy, like the vulnerabilities might like disappear. What the vulnerabilities you see today, XSS or XQL, these kind of things might get depreciated. Like that can be gone, but like new things will come up with the time. So it's a like evolving field. That what I told earlier. This is how much you learn day to day and be willing to learn more, not being complacent or being in a like comfort zone.
Okay, got it.
Yesterday during besides there was a keynote talk on the same topic, like what's the take on AI in cybersecurity, or in the near future will it take up the jobs of cybersecurity professionals? So one dignitary member, he commented when he was working in TCS like 3 4 years back. So he wanted to implement like a log monitoring system. Okay, so during that when he implemented it on every endpoints, like with all the applications, with all the computers, with all the services, or that is generating traffic in TCS. So in every second, they were getting logs of more than 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs logs. So how many people do they need to monitor everything, right? So some of them might be false positives, some of them might be the actual attack happening, or those kind of things. So in that case, people cannot go through all the 3 lakh logs in a second, right? So in that place, what they did was they implemented machine learning. I'm not saying machine learning and AI are same thing, but they implemented machine learning and they had a better approach on that thing. So when humans are slow, these AI, machine learning, all these things will definitely improve the security, or we can use it in such a way that we get a better outcome out of it. I don't think it will definitely, it won't replace human talent or the creativity, but it can definitely help people or help organization in doing the task better or doing it in a creative way. There is no need to get scared by seeing AI.
Yes. Okay, that's clear. So the questions are over now. If the participants have any extra questions, you can ask now, or else we can conclude the meeting. Yeah. Anyone? Nothing.
There is no need to hesitate to ask any question. If you're not comfortable with English, you can ask in Hindi,
Yeah.
English, Malayalam, or any language, whichever you're comfortable. And if you don't want to ask question right now, you can even ping us in LinkedIn later also. We'll definitely reply back to you.
Okay. So currently there are no questions. So we can conclude the meeting. Thank you, Arnold bro and Anurag bro from Initcrew for this wonderful session. Now let's welcome Begum Sibrin for the vote of thanks. Begum, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. You can take.
We express our sincere gratitude to our sponsor, Ozone Cybersecurity, for their invaluable support and contribution to this event. Your commitment to cybersecurity is commendable, and we are grateful for your partnership. Special thanks goes to the participants for their dedication and enthusiasm. Your active involvement and eagerness to learn have made this event even more meaningful. Furthermore, we would like to extend a special thank you to Mr. Arnold, Anugrah, and Abhiram from Initcrew community for the inspiring workshop. Your expertise and insights have provided valuable knowledge and guidance to all participants, and we are truly grateful for your contributions. With the collective involvement of our sponsors, participants, and the Initcrew community, we are confident that this event will serve as a catalyst to inspire and empower the next generation of cybersecurity professionals. Thank you all for being a part of this exciting journey towards a safer and more secure digital landscape. Thank you, everyone, once again.
Okay, thank you, Begum. Let's wind up this. So the CTF will be scheduled to be tomorrow. We will be sharing its details on the WhatsApp group very soon. So thank you. You can leave the meeting now. Thank you, Arnold bro, and thank you, Anurag bro. Also, Abhiram bro. Thank you for this session.